welcome all of you in the another session of transportation engineering. We have covered major topics from highway transportation's geometric design, that is segment number 2. In this session, we are going to complete the topic of vertical curves. We have covered the topics related to summit curves, and this segment we are going to cover the topics such as valley curves, in which we will learn about the concept, we'll learn about the types and the points to be kept in mind while designing the valley curves. So what we are going to cover in this topic is actually we are going to cover the topics such as concept of valley curve, then the types of valley curve and the points which are to be kept in mind while designing the valley curve that I have already explained. Okay, let us learn about the concept of valley curve. What is valley curve? Valley curve is also known as sag curve. That is the another word. These are the curves which are having convexity downwards. If the convexity is upward, it is like this. This is upward convexity. If convexity is downward, it is like this. So these curves are known as valley curve because they are like valley. See, if this is the road is like this, if the curve is provided like this, then this particular thing is called as valley curve or sag curve. Okay, valley curve means the convexity downwards are there, and it is also known as sag curve. Now let us discuss about the types of valley curve. There are total 4 types of valley curve that we need to understand. First is the valley curve where the descending gradient meets another descending gradient. So it looks like this. See, if this is the first descending gradient, that is minus n1, and if that meets the another descending gradient, see this is also in descending direction, this is also in descending direction. It is this. So if this both of these descending gradients meets each other, then this is called as one of the types of valley curves, and this is the deviation angle n. Now this n stands for minus n1 minus n2, so it will be minus n1 plus n2. If the descending gradient meets the flat gradient, if this is the descending gradient and if it meets this flat gradient, now the flat gradient has the value of 0, so it would be have the value of n is equal to minus n1 minus 0, so it will be ultimately n is equal to minus n1, and this is the deviation angle. Now the third type is when the descending gradient means an ascending gradient. So if this is the descending gradient and if this is the ascending gradient, and if the curve is like this, then this is also called as valley curve. The equation for this is minus of n1 plus n2. And when the ascending gradient meets the ascending gradient, means this is the ascending gradient, you see it is in this direction. And if it meets this ascending gradient, which is also in this direction, then this is the deviation angle. And the equation for n is n2 minus n1 because that is the algebraic difference between two values. Fine. So these are the 4 types of valley curves. Valley curves are also called as sag curves. Now we will discuss about the points which we need to keep in our mind while we are designing the valley curve. So there are 2 major points. First is about the comfortability and second is about the headlight sight distance. Let us understand the concept of comfortability. If this is a flatter region where my vehicle is traveling, see this is my vehicle. See it has reached over here. And if this is the valley, then what will happen? My vehicle will travel from this point, it will suffer, it will experience various kind of jerk. That means the jerks will be uncomfortable for the traveler. It will cause uncomfortability to the traveler or the driver. In order to avoid this uncomfortability, what one can do is one can provide a cubic parabola. If you provide a cubic parabola, then the cubic parabola can decrease the uncomfortability. It is like this. So this is the smoothing of curve. So it will reduce the uncomfortability. So this is how it can be avoided. Now, based on the comfortability, the equation of providing valley curve, the length of valley curve is this. The equation is this. See, I am narrating the ultimate equation and the second last equation. This is the second last equation. It is n v cube by c raised to 1 by 2. You have to put the value of various components, but here we know that the v stands for speed, n stands for deviation angle. Now this c stands for allowable change of rate of acceleration or centrifugal acceleration. Now we have to put the values over here. See, this is the equation. If we put the values over here, now, so what we will get ultimately? So let me tell you what we will get exactly. This is the equation, right? What we will do? The value of C you have to take is 0.6 meter per second square. This V is in capital, so you have to convert the V by 3.6 in order to get it in meter per second. If you put this V by 3.6 over here and 0.6 over here, what you will get? You will get the ultimate value of L as this. It will be this 3.38 in bracket NV cube raised to 1 by 2. This is what you will get. So you have to remember two equations, this equation and this equation. The minimum radius of valley for cubic parabola R. There is an equation for R also that you have learned. This is the cubic parabola. The equation for R is L by 2N. So this is about the first component, that is based on comfortability. 2 in bracket NV cube by C raised to 1 by 2, and the ultimate equation is L is equal to 3.38 in bracket NV cube raised to 1 by 2. So this was about comfortability. Now let us discuss about the another criteria, that is headlight sight distance. See, let us assume that I am traveling over the road, my vehicle is reached over here. Now this is the headlight. So in this part of area or in this condition, as a driver, I will only able to see this stretch of road due to this headlight. So my length of curve will be from this point to this point. It will not be this point to this point. Okay, keep it in your mind. This will be my L. So another criteria is headlight sight distance, and the headlight sight distance is also divided in two categories. First is where the L is more than SST, and second is where the L is less than SST. If we are talking about the L is more than SST, then the equation for that is ns square by 2 in bracket h plus s tan alpha. Now the L stands for length of valley curve in meter, the S stands for SSD, N stands for deviation angle, H here small h stands for 0.75 meters. The small h is the, see, this is my road, this is the road, and this is my vehicle, and these are the headlights. So the small h is taken as 0.75, and it is the height of headlight from the road surface. So it is like this. And the value of alpha is 1 degree. These are the ISC criteria. If we substitute this value in this equation, what exactly we are getting at the end is this ns square by 1.5 plus 0.035s. 0.035s. And the notations will be the same. N stands for deviation angle, S stands for SSD in meters. So this is the first thing. And if we discuss about the second criteria, which which states about where the L is less than SHD, then the equation for that will be the flipping of initial equation, which was L more than SHD. So it will be 2s minus, this will be n, 2h1 plus 2s or 2h tan alpha. We know the notations, we know the values that S will stand for SHD, S will stand for 0.75 and alpha will stand for 1 degree. If we substitute the values over here, what ultimately we will get as L will be, this will be 2s as it is, this is minus, this will be 1.5 plus 0.035 s, that we have got, and this is the inverse of the initial equation, that the first equation we have got. See, learn the difference over here. This is the final equation. See, n square by 1.5 plus 0.035s. If we flip this equation inverse, then it will be 1.5 will be in numerator, and n will be in denominator, and the s square will be converted into 2s. So this is all about the valley curves. We have learned about the concept, the set curve concept, the types of valley curves, and the equations. In next session, we will continue with the examples. Thank you so much.